Hello, my dear students. Welcome to Teacher at Home. Today, class, we are going to learn the 8th chapter, 18th century political formations. If you look at map 1 and 2 closely, you will see something significant happening in the subcontinent during the first half of the 18th century. Notice how the boundaries of the Mughal Empire were reshaped by the emergence of a number of independent kingdoms. By 1765, notice how another power, the British, had successfully grabbed major chunks of territory in eastern India. What these maps tell us is that political conditions in 18th century India changed quite dramatically and within a relatively short span of time. In this chapter, we'll read about the emergence of a new political group in the subcontinent during the first half of the 18th century. Roughly from 1707, when Aurangzeb died, till the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. The crisis of the empire and the later Mughals. In chapter 4, you saw how the Mughal Empire reached the height of its success and started facing a variety of crises towards the closing years of the 17th century. These were caused by a number of factors. Emperor Aurangzeb had depleted the military and financial resources of his empire by fighting a long war in the Deccan. Under his successors, the efficiency of the imperial administration broke down. It became increasingly difficult for the late Mughal emperors to keep a check on the powerful Mansabdars. Nobles appointed as governors, Sabadas often controlled the offices of revenue and military administration as well. This gave them extraordinary political, economic, and military powers over vast regions of the Mughal Empire. As the governors consolidated their control over the provinces, the periodic remissions of revenue to the capital declined. Peasants and zamindari rebellions in many parts of the northern and western India added to these problems. These revolts were sometimes caused by the pressures of mounting taxes. At other times, there were attempts by powerful chieftains to consolidate their own positions. Mughal authority have been challenged by rebellious groups in the past as well. But these groups were not able to seize the economic resources of the region to consolidate their positions. The Mughal emperors after Aurangzeb were unable to arrest the gradual shifting of political and economic authority in the hands of provincial governors, local chieftains, and other groups. Rich hoards and empty coffers. Following is a contemporary writer's account of the financial bankruptcy of the empire. The great lords are helpless and impoverished. Their peasants raise 2 crops a year, but the laws see nothing of either, and their agents on the spot are virtual prisoners in the peasants' hands, like a peasant kept in his creditor's house until he can pay his debt. So complete is the collapse of all order and administration that though the peasant reaps a harvest of gold, his lord does not see so much as wisp of straw. How then can the Lord keep the armed force he should? How can he pay the soldiers who should go before him when he goes out, or the horsemen who should ride behind him? In the midst of his economic and political crisis, the ruler of Iran, Nadir Shah, sacked and plundered the city of Delhi in 1739 and took away immense amounts of wealth. This invention was followed by a series of plundering raids by the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali, who invaded North India 5 times between 1748 and 1761. Nadir Shah attacks Delhi. The devastation of Delhi after Nadir Shah invasion was described by contemporary observers. One described the wealth looted from the Mughal treasury as follows: 60 lakhs of rupees and some thousand gold coins, nearly 1 crore worth of gold ware, nearly 50 crores worth of jewels, most of them unrivaled in the world, and the above included the peacock throne. Another account described the invention impact upon Delhi, who had masters were now in dire straits, and those who had been revered could not even quench their thirst. Already under severe pressure from all sides, and they were further weakened by competition amongst different group of nobles. They were divided into two major groups of factions, the Ranis and Turanis. For a long time, the later Mughal emperors were puppets in the hands of either one of the other or the two powerful groups. The worst possible humiliation came when two Mughal emperors, Farrukh Shah 1713 to 1719 and Alamgir II 1754 to 59 were assassinated and the two others Ahmad Shah 1748 to 54, Shah Alam II 1759 to 1816 were blinded by their nobles. With the decline of the authority of the Mughal emperors, the governors of large provinces, Subadas, the great zamindars consolidated the authority in different parts of the subcontinent, such as Awadh, Bengal, and Hyderabad. Rajput. Many Rajput kings, particularly those belonging to Amar and Jodhpur, have served under the Mughals with distinction. In exchange, they were permitted to enjoy considerable autonomy in their Watan Jagis. In the 18th century, these rulers now attempted to extend their control over adjacent regions. Ajit Singh, the ruler of Jodhpur, was also involved in the factional politics at the Mughal court. These influential Rajput families claimed the subadari of the rich provinces of Gujarat and Malwa. Raja Ajit Singh of Jodhpur held the governorship of Gujarat and Savai Raja Jai Singh of Amber was the governor of Malwa. These offices were renewed by the Emperor Jahandar Shah in 1713. They also tried to extend their territories by seizing portions of the imperial territories neighboring their watans. Nagpur was conquered and annexed to the house of Jodhpur, while Amber seized large portions of Bundi. Savai Raj Jai Singh founded his new capital of Jaipur and was given Subadari of Agra in 1722. Maratha campaigns into Rajasthan from 1740s put severe pressure on the principalities and checked their further expansion. Many Rajput chieftains built a number of forts on hilltops, which became the centers of power. With extensive fortifications, these majestic structures housed urban centers, palaces, temples, trading centers, water harvesting structures, and other buildings. The Chittorgarh fort contained many water bodies, varying from talaps to kundes and baolis, that is, wells and step wells. Raja Jai Singh of Jaipur. A description of Raja Jai Singh is a Persian account of 1732. Raja Jai Singh was the height of his power. He was the governor of Agra for 12 years and of Malwa for 4 to 6 years. He possessed a large army, artillery, and great wealth. His sway extended from Delhi to the banks of the Narmada. Seizing independence. The Sikhs. Organization of the Sikhs into a political community during the 17th century helped into regional state building in the Punjab. Several battles were fought by Guru Gobind Singh against the Rajput and Mughal rulers, both before and after the institution of the Khalsa in 1699. After his death in 1708, the Khalsa rose in revolt against the Mughal authority under Banda Bahadur's leadership, declared their sovereign rule by striking coins in the name of Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, established their own administration between the Satluj and the Jamuna. Banda Bahadur was captured in 1715 and executed in 1716. Under a number of able leaders in the 18th century, the Sikhs organized themselves into a number of bands called Jadas and later on Mislis. Their combined forces were known as the Grand Army, Dal Khasla, and their body used to meet at Amritsar at the time of Baisakhi and Diwali to take collective decisions known as resolutions of the Guru. Guru Madas, a system called Rakhi, was introduced, offering protection to cultivators on the payment of the tax 20% of the produce. Guru Gobind Singh has inspired the Khalsa with the belief that the destiny was to rule. Raj Karega Khalsa. Their well-knit organization enabled them to put up a successful resistance to the Mughal governors first and then to Ahmad Shah Abdali, who had seized the rich province of the Punjab and the Sakar of Sirhind from the Mughals. The Khalsa declared their sovereign rule by striking their own coin again in 1765. Significantly, this coin bore the same inscription as the one on the orders issued by the Khalsa in the time of Banda Bahadur. The Sikh territories in the late 18th century extended from the Hindu Indus to the Jamuna, but they were divided under different rulers. One of them, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, reunited these groups and established a capital at Lahore in 1799. Marathas. The Maratha kingdom was another powerful regional kingdom to arise one of the sustained opposition to Mughal rule. Shivaji carved out a stable kingdom, the support of powerful warrior families. Deshmukh, group of highly mobile peasant pastoralists, Kumbis provided the backbone of the Maratha army. Shivaji used these forces to challenge the Mughals in the peninsula. After Shivaji's death, effective power in the Maratha state was wielded by a family of Chitpavan Brahmanas who served Shivaji's successors as Peshawar. Pune became the capital of Maratha kingdom. Under the Peshawar, the Marathas developed a very successful military organization. The success lay in bypassing the fortified areas of the Mughals, by raiding cities and by engaging Mughal armies in areas where their supply lines and reinforcements could be easily disturbed. Between 1720 and 1761, Maratha Empire expanded, gradually chipped away the authority of the Mughal Empire. Malwa and Gujarat were seized from the Mughals by the 1720. By 1730, the Maratha king was recognized as the overlord of the entire Deccan Peninsula. He possessed the right to levy Chauth and Sadesh Mughi in the entire region. After raiding Delhi in 1737, the frontiers of Maratha domination expanded rapidly into Rajasthan and Punjab into the north, Bengal and Orissa in the east, and to Karnataka and Tamil and Telugu countries in the south. These were not formally included in the Maratha Empire, but they made to pay tribute as a way of accepting Maratha sovereignty. Expansion brought enormous resources, but it came at a price. These military campaigns also made other rulers hostile towards the Marathas. As a result, they were not inclined to support the Marathas during the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. Alongside endless military campaigns, the Marathas developed effective administrative system as well. One conquest has been completed and Maratha rule was secure. Revenue demands were gradually introduced, taking local conditions into account. Agriculture was encouraged and trade revived. This allowed Maratha chiefs, thus like Scindia of Gwalior, Jaikwad of Baroda, and Bhonsle of Nagpur, the resources of raise powerful armies. Maratha campaigns into Malwa in the 1720s did not challenge the growth and prosperity of the cities of the region. Ujjain expanded under Scindia's patronage and Indore under Holkar's. By all accounts, the cities were large and prosperous and functioned as important commercial and cultural centers. New trade routes emerged within the areas controlled by the Marathas. The silk produced in the Chandri region now found a new outlet in Pune, the Maratha capital. Burhanpur, which had earlier participated in the trade between Agra and Surat, now expanded its hinterland to include Pune and Nagpur in the south, Lucknow and Allahabad in the east. The Jats. Like other states, the Jats consolidated their power during the late 17th and 18th century. Under their leader Churaman, acquired control over territories situated to the west of the city of Delhi, and by the 1680s, they had begun dominating the region between the two imperial cities of Delhi and Agra. For a while, they became the virtual custodians of the city of Agra. The Jats were prosperous agriculturists. Towns like Panipat and Bagalgar became important trading centers in the areas dominated by them. Under Suraj Mal, the kingdom of Bharatpur emerged as a strong state. When Nadir Shah sacked Delhi in 1739, many of the city's notables took refuge there. His son, Jawahir Shah, had 30,000 troops of his own, hired another 20,000 Maratha and 15,000 Sikh troops to fight the Mughals. While the Bharatpur fort was built in a fairly traditional style, at Dig the Jats built an elaborate garden palace, combining styles seen at Amber and Agra. Its buildings were modeled on architectural forms first associated with royalty under Shah Jahan. That's all about this chapter. If you're interested, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.